We got drunk in the day, chilled by the pool, like really got to know each other. It was chill. Mm-hmm. And then the second day is when the event started. And now at this event, I just want everyone to know it's a Miami model volleyball event. Model event. Volleyball model event. Did you guys hear that? Model? Okay, good.
Chemical X.
A 1, 2, 3, 4.
What's up, guys? We're disgusting.
Cancel, unsubscribe.
Yoga.
Guys, welcome back to welcome back to the Chemical X podcast. It's season 4. 4 is for horse.
Whoa.
Put your hands up.
How long were you ready for that one?
On the spot, because I'm a comedian.
Ooh. You're not. So guys, I'm learning new things today. I just found out Veronica's a comedian. Anything else you want to tell me that you've been lying about?
What's up, guys? I'm Veronica, also known as V Rossi on Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like, comment, and leave us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts.
And I'm Alessia, still the same girl with the same damn big tits.
But
and
bangs.
My Instagram goes by Alediandra. If you're looking for some fashion tips, because I just changed my whole Instagram around, so let's just give a little round of applause for that. Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Well, first let's talk about how every season I say, because I'm the one in charge of this aspect, and I say, guys, we're good. I love this set. We're not changing it. And everybody agrees with me until 4 days before we're releasing season 4. And it starts being like, what if we change the chairs?
It's the what if.
And then what happens? We're on new chairs, new table, new angle, new camera.
And this is all thanks to you guys from the Chemical X budget. Because let me tell you, it was damn not coming out of mine. Well, I would, but I don't know if it would say fucking funds invalid.
Well, guys, all of everything that we made in these past 2 years has been reinvested, and you're looking at it right now with these beautiful mics to hear our crispy voices, my raspy bronchitis voice, even better.
Veronica self-diagnoses herself all the time,
100%.
And I'm pretty sure it's COVID, but guys, we're over COVID. It's not a thing anymore. Anyway, I'm catching it right about now, so don't say we don't love you guys.
You're catching COVID for them? That's so cute.
I know. Oh my God. I wouldn't even do that for a guy.
So wait.
Did I just confess my love for you? I don't know what just happened.
I'm so confused.
I did it for the podcast, not for you. I did it for myself.
Right. Always for us.
Yes.
Doing it for us.
Guys, the one thing we did not change is the gumball machines, and they are we're losing some in there.
They're getting lower and lower, and I'm looking at you.
For every single person who watches the podcast and wants to be on it, I just want you to know it's not as fun, as exciting as you think. If you actually decide to go in the gumball machine, first of all, the button doesn't work, so you can't actually grab a gum from the bottom. And then when you go from the top, you still can't reach because there's this like stupid silver plate. And then when you actually get one, it's not a gum, it's a candy at this point. So I almost broke a tooth. Anyway, these are just little things.
Little things.
Don't
Instagram
believe what you
versus
see.
Reality.
Okay, so do you want to talk about our 2 little albums? So Veronica's is matching her outfit.
Well, clearly I don't know, you're coming to a funeral today.
I know. Your funeral.
Hold on. Whoa, sorry.
Guys, I've been waiting to tell everybody, but the podcast is stopping.
Yes. So why am I dying? What the fuck?
You're not dying.
I'm just dressing for, the death of this podcast.
Yeah, I don't know who told you that we're in Miami, but
you told me you're in Miami every week. So I was just trying to keep you here, guys. I tried to let her know Miami, you could be in Miami here too. I put her some palms.
I get what you were trying to do, like keep me here, but what you're really doing is manifesting for me. So thank you so much.
Maybe that's like my hidden. Maybe I'm trying to.
Yeah, like are you manifest for yourself though? Like let me do it.
I am right where I'm supposed to be. Oh really?
So you're supposed to be there, and I'm supposed to be in Miami
on your $100 boucle chair. You're good where you are. Perfect.
You're right where you're supposed to be. Excellent. I'm supposed to be in Miami. Honestly, Monica,
I wasn't gonna lie.
Thank you so much. Turns out it is her funeral. She's right where she's supposed to be. It's kind of boring. Anyway, speaking of Miami, Here we go.
We're always naked in the middle of Miami.
We are always naked in the middle of Miami.
Correction,
and
you.
I actually went on a trip to Miami, a little 3-day weekend. Remember that story I was telling you about the guy who I got on FaceTime with that I've been talking to for a minute? We've been FaceTiming, getting to know each other. So you remember. I mean,
Right.
how could anyone forget the period story?
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah.
So when I was starting to speak to him, I kind of just like X'd out every single other option. I was like, this actually seems like a guy that I can see myself with.
Right.
Which is what we do as women. We create a whole story in our heads that actually we didn't even speak with the other partner about, but and then we're labeled crazy. Are we? Yes. So yeah, things are just going good. We were like FaceTiming for like a long time. So I felt like we really like started to get to know each other. And Veronica kept saying, what? Don't talk, Alessia, before you meet him.
100%.
Don't talk before you meet him. I'm like, I'm telling you, like, we're so alike. We're so the same. Like, this is going to be amazing. Like,
it's just so easy to, what it is when you're talking to somebody and you only know them like through FaceTime, through online, is that everything you don't know about them, you kind of like fill in the blanks for yourself.
I absolutely did that. Well, that's
Right?
so true.
So like whatever you kind of don't know, you're not really sure, you just kind of fill in the blanks, like how they act and what they do. You know, you just kind of assume that they're going to be this perfect person.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so shocking when you actually truly meet somebody. Like, remember when you were talking to that guy and then he was like walking in front of you and just like little things that you didn't like, that you didn't see on FaceTime.
Yeah.
And sometimes those are the most important things, which we just don't, you're never going to see that through FaceTime and stuff.
You're never going to see through FaceTime. Anyway, everyone was like, Ale, like, I don't care about your lust or love that you're talking about until you actually meet this guy. None of your friends want to hear about it. And I was like, you know what? That's so rude of everyone, but I get it. But I can't wait to come back and prove to them that this is the strong, hard love I thought I was going for. Let me tell you, guys, update, still here, not in Miami, no longer talking. I am right where I'm supposed to be.
Almost got blocked, you know?
So
if that's a triggering picture for you, I'll change it.
You know what? It is. But I'm not going to make one bad incident stop me from going to my favorite place ever. You know?
Like a true ratchet. My favorite place ever, Miami.
Okay, so where were we? So guys,
in Miami.
Naked in Miami. So anyways, I was just, of all like people I've ever spoken to, I've never been so excited to meet someone. Also, same nationality as me. I was like, fuck yes. Like, never thought I'd be going for somebody who's Italian. And like, here I am finding somebody who's ticking off a lot of boxes.
Right.
So I'm super excited. My friends all know about it. And closer to the date, I'm like, it started to be like, am I still going to on this trip? Because he didn't like fully confirm it with me. And he had to go there for work. So he does not live in Miami. He was going there for work. And at the same time, because it'd be closer for us to both meet, Miami's like 3 hours from here. So I was like, perfect. Let's just meet in Miami. He's going for an event for work. And I'll just kind of like meet him there. And then just like, you know, after you're talking for a month, it's like, if you don't have plans to meet, I don't feel like keeping this going. You know? There's no point if there's no plan to meet each other.
100%.
So the plan was Miami. Okay.
Where all the relationships go to die. I'm not gonna lie, it's like kind of on you guys to meet in Miami.
You know what though? It's like, I should have known it was never gonna work. We're meeting in Miami.
What the fuck?
You think you're hot? Yeah, right. Go to Miami. You find a hotter bitch right to your left, to your right. Whatever.
Also, I remember you were telling me that while you guys were talking and trying to plan a meetup, you were really annoyed because it kept not falling. Like, he kept planning things, but then not following through with them, and like hyping you up so much.
Yeah.
Like, these are all the things we're gonna do when we see each other, but then not confirming with you, which I found right off the bat was like sketch.
And you were telling me. Yes.
But we make excuses for people that we like. It's like, okay, and it could be, you know, like it could be it just didn't work out and it's whatever.
It's just my defense was always like, I get it because I get. We take a fresh. My excuse was like, I get it because he hasn't met me.
Right.
So
Which I agree with.
Wait, how do I explain that though? It's like, you haven't met me, so you don't owe me that. Like, I feel like once you meet somebody and once you know them, it's like you owe them that respect. But
It's more
for
real.
meeting them, there's no realness. Like, what we have, as much as a conversation we were having and getting to know each other on FaceTime, it's like, it's not real until you meet.
Right.
So like, how crazy can I get before you meet me?
For sure. But regardless of the fact, it's still like, it could have been something that would have been like okay with if it would have like, you guys would have met up and it would have been okay. But I feel like now after the fact, it's even more clear, like, okay, you're.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, it was clear then.
Yeah.
I was just like flustered. So yeah, tip number 1, I guess, is like, just because you like someone, don't make excuses for their actions. It's like, those reasons why they're there at the beginning were the reason why it never worked in the end.
Right.
Really. It was the same thing. It was like,
How long did you guys date for?
What the fuck?
In the beginning and then
anyway, so yeah, so I guess, yeah, you're right. And Veronica was like kind of trying to tell me, and I was like, leave me alone, I'm in love, like, hater. And there was a time where he had said something over text, and I was like, well, I'm kind of waiting on you, kind of thing.
Right.
And then like, he kind of just like ghosted me for 3 days. This is after like we were really talking and getting to know each other. And then I was like, what the fuck? So then I was so angry, because to me it was like, we were starting something, we were FaceTiming, we were talking, like, we were getting to know each other, and then you ghosted me for 3 days. Like, I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
And then after he ghosted me, he came back super strong on Monday.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
fishy.
I was
Ghosted
like,
you for the
fishy.
weekend.
And then I'm like, I'm not just a girl you're gonna like step on. I know we don't really have a thing now, but like they always say, like, set your standards straight at the beginning, because if you let somebody walk on you, he could do the same thing after 5 days.
Which is good, because I'm a bitch, like a pussy, like I'm a little bitch, you know, and I would never stand up for myself in that sense.
I wouldn't in the past, but now I feel like the way I would date now is like, yeah, like there's no excuses. But then again, it's like, do I even have to tell you something like that? Like, I should just disappear after that. You know, that should be the first sign.
I mean,
but then again, we go with, we never met. Like, you give people the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what I did. And then when he came back on Monday and wrote a whole thing, I literally, imagine like being so into somebody, you never want to say anything that's like gonna tick them off, or like be like is this the factor of us never talking again? Because you're coming off strong. Yeah. I literally straight up was like, look, like, I don't see the point in keep talking if we don't have a plan to see each other. And he like wrote like a couple of things. I totally disregarded everything. And I was just like, look, like, I'm not the type of girl who's just going to keep this internet fling thing going on if we don't have a plan to see each other. It was basically saying like, we're either plan on seeing each other, or like, you're not just going to FaceTime me, call me, and be like,
I'm not going to waste my energy.
Yeah, I'm not going to waste my energy. I literally said that.
Yeah.
And then he like totally shifted, became super like present in my life, calling me every day. Like, I think he was like, well, this girl has balls. I respect it. Like, so hot, so confident, so attractive.
Which is scary, because we always take that risk. And like you said, it's like, are we going to stop talking? Is he never going to answer me again?
Yeah.
Like, but I think at the end of the day, like, you have to be like that. Like, you have to just, you know, say what you want to say in the beginning, and
because
that way,
realistically, the only person who's gonna get turned off by it is somebody who's not for you. So I mean, if they're the right person for you, then you should never be scared to write a risky message if like that's how you're feeling and you want to know what's up.
I also think like you have to think of the circumstances. Like in your case, like it made sense. Like it was actually like, okay, come on, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, I wouldn't go guns hot on somebody who, you know what I mean? Like, it's obviously situational, but definitely, like, I think in your case, like, it was to the point now where, like, look, what's up? What's going on? You know? Because it's, especially when you're not in the same city and it's over text, it's over FaceTime, it's so hard to catch somebody's vibe already. And if you're sending me mixed signals and, like, you act like you want to see me and then you're not following through, like, I don't have time for this. Like,
no, but it's actually where I'm at in my life. Like, I don't have time for it. And as much as I like them, I'm
what
like,
are you doing with the rest of your time?
Thanks, Veronica, for letting me know I still have no job.
No job, no money, naked
in the Miami.
I think we should change the podcast name to that, honestly. Just seems like that's the conclusion of every story.
Yeah. Yep. So after that, like his whole vibe switched, and then anyway, so then we ended up booking Miami and doing that whole trip. And then while I was on the trip, like keep in mind, he was also working, which was another like worry he had a little bit, was like, I have to work and like I'm gonna want to be with you, so I don't know how that's gonna pan out. And I said, you know what, if there's one city like don't worry about, it's me naked in Miami.
You're like, I got friends there.
Yeah, like don't worry too much about me, this is my second home, like no stress, like do your thing. And like also it's like fun, you know, like you're working and like you'll see me, but like I'm never gonna be that girl who's like just like sticking beside you. Like I don't know what to do with my time, you know?
For sure.
So this event was like a pretty popular event in Miami, and like there was a lot of people I personally started to see at this event. I get to Miami, I finally meet him. I get there in the day, I'm super hungry.
But are you like, when you meet him, is it like right away?
So you know what? I wasn't super nervous, because it's like when you're FaceTiming someone for a long time, it's like you really, yes, there's nerves, but I think what's more nerve-wracking is when you're going to see somebody in Greece you've never FaceTimed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've done the worst.
Yeah.
This is a walk in the park.
Piece of cake.
So yeah, we meet. Everything that I was expecting, everything was amazing, and we literally got drunk in the day, chilled by the pool, like really got to know each other. It was chill. It was very like, there was nothing to complain about really there. And then we had like a fun night. Like the first night, I feel like everyone's like giddy. It was like fun. And then the second day is when the event started. And now at this event, I just want everyone to know it's a Miami volleyball event. Miami model volleyball event. Model event. Volleyball model event. Did you guys hear that? Model? Okay, good. So he went to the event super early in the morning and to set up and stuff. And I was like, I'm not going to go at the beginning. Like, go do your thing. Like, whatever. Give me time to, you know, have the bathroom, poop if I need to poop, you know, get ready.
Take off my makeup and then reapply it.
Basically, you know, just all the little basics.
Take off my natural no makeup look and then reapply
Take off my
daytime
makeup to put on new makeup, basically.
Essentially.
And I was like, I get to the event after I ended up getting ready. I went later on in the day. And the two bartenders who are working at this event, because it was like an alcohol brand, are super pretty. Okay. And you know that feeling when you get to a place and you look at the two waitresses and I'm all of a sudden like, you know, I'm the girl who's like coming to see the guy who's there. They're doing all the setup. He's just kind of there, like the boss type of thing.
Yeah.
And you know when a girl just looks at you and like you just know that they've been flirting all day? I don't know if you know what I mean.
I mean, it's a specific look to translate, but okay.
But as a girl, if you guys are listening, you probably know what that feeling's like. And at this point, I'm like, I honestly don't care. Like, you can flirt all you want, but the queen is here. It's the way I said it. Anyway, so whatever, I get there and it's just like the vibes with us are just a bit weird. Okay. Like just not, I can't explain it, but the easiest way I can explain it is that when two people are interested in each other, that's not the vibe. Yeah. That's the only way I can explain it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that pans that out. And then whatever. And then as the day was going, I was kind of doing my own thing. I saw so many people I knew from like Montreal, people from Miami. Like I really showed him that like I'm a social bunny. Like you don't have to worry about me. You can flirt with the girls. The queen is doing her own thing. So that's exactly what I did. And I think it even got to a point where he was like, okay, like where is she? Mm-hmm. But at that point I was just like, I don't want to be in someone's hair. And I just felt like being at the booth was just like, I'm security Baywatch. Like, I didn't want to be that, you know? So whatever. So I left. I kind of did my own thing. And then like, whatever. So then that was that. And then the event was 2 days. So the next day of the event, I was like, fuck, I just did this whole event drinking all day. Like, I don't really want to do this event again the second day. I was like, go early and then like I'll probably come and meet you later. Now keep in mind, guys, it's a Sunday. I'm taking my flight this night. And he had left to the event and I was kind of just like tanning by the pool and stuff. And you know, you always want to play that card where you're like, I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll come later. But in my head, I was always gonna go.
Right.
So now at this point, I'm like tanning by the pool. I'm getting bored. I'm alone. I'm like, hey, let me stop by the event. So I go back inside. I finally get ready and I message him and I'm like, hey, like getting ready to come. Was getting bored at the pool. Like, I'm going to stop by. And now he didn't answer me, but like, I'm doing my makeup. I'm getting ready. I want to make it seem like it's taking 30 minutes, even though it's taking an hour. When I wrote, I'm getting ready now,
Right.
I was already getting ready,
Yeah.
you know? And no answer. So I'm like, what the fuck? But like, I'm not worried so much about it at the moment because I'm not looking at my phone. I know he's obviously going to answer. And there's like no answer when I'm actually ready. So I'm like, what the fuck? So now I'm like, why isn't he answering me? So I call to be like, why? Like maybe he didn't see his, maybe he didn't see his text. Like, shut up, Alessia. So I call him, no answer. And then I go on Instagram and I see like he's posting after our phone call, like a minute later, 2 minutes later. And I'm just like, yo, this guy is actually fully, legitimately just ignoring my calls, my texts.
Right.
And at this point, like, you know, when you're going for someone else's event, you already feel like you're a little in the way.
Yeah.
You have to make sure that you do everything in your power to make me feel as comfortable as I can.
Yeah.
Do we agree?
Yeah.
I'm here for you. I don't have to be at this stupid thing. Here we go.
Here we go.
The anger is coming through.
Your stupid fucking model volleyball event.
Yeah. So now, anyway, so I'm not getting an answer and I'm fully ready.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck? I feel so disrespected. And I'm just like waiting. And then I just had like a moment of like, I know for a fact you're seeing my messages. Yeah. You're choosing to ignore me. This is never going to go anywhere because I can already see how this relationship would pan out. Yeah. You know? Like it would just not be chill.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting. And then I get to a point where I'm like, what the fuck? Like, fuck this shit. And then I call a friend, you know, you probably don't want to call when you're already feeling a certain way. That's going to hype you up to like, you know, do everything you're already being crazy in your head about.
Right.
And I was like, I'm on the phone with Mirko, a guy who was on the podcast before. And I was like, he literally is not answering me. And I don't know what to do. I kind of feel like, what am I doing here? So I waited a little bit and then I still didn't get an answer. And then I just was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Packed up all my shit in the hotel. Literally packed up. I was leaving that day, but at night. This was like literally my final day with him.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's ignoring me. I packed up all my shit. And I left it in the lobby. At this point, guys, I'm shaking. I'm like, I have no plan. I don't know what I'm doing. But like, at least I'm leaving tonight. It's fine. I'm like shaking. So guys, don't believe everything you fucking see on Instagram. Like, Alessia's in Miami. Like, everything's so amazing. No. Anyway, so yeah. So I pack up all my shit. I leave it with the doorman downstairs. I'm all dolled up because I thought I was going to this model volleyball event. And now I'm like, you know what? Like, why am I waiting around? Let me just go through my Instagram DMs. There's 35 guys who want to take me out who are in Miami. And
I see what you did there. You got your ego bruised, then you went to, you know, stroke it. It's fine.
Absolutely. So yeah, so I basically looked on my Instagram and was like, there was a guy who's really been dying to see me. I'm like, okay. Because you know what it is when I started talking to him, I literally intentionally just like, when I started talking to him, I fully closed every single box out.
Right.
I was like, we've been talking for like a minute. I'm down. Like, and that's a problem. Like, I'm never doing that again.
I mean, I don't think it's a problem. I think that it just didn't work out, but I don't think that's a problem.
Right. But I think you should never close all your eggs on every basket
until you meet them.
Yes. And until they really fully kind of.
Yeah. But you do it unintentionally.
You do it unintentionally, but it's
you
like,
don't have interest.
But
in
it's so annoying. It's like whenever someone starts talking to someone, they're like, "No, I'm single, but I'm taken. I guess I'm talking to someone."
Well, we're dating in my head.
We're dating on FaceTime.
But I know what you mean. But it's like kind of inevitable that you end up doing that.
Yeah, I think anybody would do that. So I packed up my shit and I was literally like, I need to get out of here because what if he comes back? I literally took all my stuff. I didn't write to him. I'm leaving, like, fuck off. Mm-hmm. I literally just packed up. Okay. And I went on a date with a guy who DM'd me, which was a famous soccer player. So that definitely brought up my ego.
Perfect.
And had the fucking best date of my life. Like, it was so chill, so fun. And I honestly forgot about what was going on.
Right.
Okay. At first, okay, well, I'm going to be honest. Okay. How do I say this? I was like, the soccer player who's writing to me, I was not interested. I was fully in that other situation.
Yeah.
So like, even meeting up with him, going into it, I was like, I'm just here because I need something to do, and I'm just like shaking right now. I'm so angry, and I didn't even fully know what he looks like, even though I've looked at his Instagram like so many times. I couldn't like focus, if that makes sense. And I just like shot a message after like ignoring so many. I was like, hey, want to do drinks? And he was like, yeah, I'll just make a U-turn. I was going somewhere else, but like
I was actually in
not
LA,
a problem.
but I'll just take
He's
a
like,
flight.
where can I pick you up? I'm like, no, I'm already in an Uber. Meet me at the Soho House.
Oh
like,
my God.
I was literally a man with the plan because I needed to get the fuck out of there. He's like, well, if you're staying at this hotel, why don't we just have drinks there? I'm like, not allowed.
Absolutely
we are not staying here. I am already in an Uber. We are on our way to fucking Soho House. So, whatever. So I meet him, and
That's a bold choice. What if he had no membership?
Anyway, so I meet him.
No. What if he got there and said, hey, do you mind if we go somewhere else? I don't have a membership.
You don't need a membership to eat at the restaurant.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you did.
For brunch, yes. Which is when we went.
Right. So
anyway,
he could have got turned down.
That's a whole other story, but we don't have time for that. Yeah, so whatever. We meet at Soho House, and I'm on FaceTime at this point, freaking out. I'm on FaceTime with Mitko. He's like, but what does the guy look like? I'm like, I don't know. I'm so pissed right now. I'm so pissed. I actually don't even know what he looks like. And but I did, but I just, it was so blurry. I can't.
Right.
Anyway, so the guy's like, okay, I would have picked you up, but no problem. Like, I'll meet you there. Like, I'm here. And then he gets there, and it's just like a 6'4" guy. Hottest guy I've ever seen in my fucking life. Like, just a very hot guy, very my type. It was like, wait.
Hold on.
I was like, wait. I was so mad right now. I didn't even put on eyelashes. I literally had like just mascara on, and you know me, I love my fake lashes, and I would have definitely done it for a soccer player. And here I am thinking I'm meeting the ugliest guy because I don't know, I'm not fucking focusing on my Instagram because I'm so mad about the situation, and I just have to I'm packing, I'm getting the fuck out of there, and I'm not even like, I made the plans while I was giving my shit at the lobby. So yeah, I go, I have the best date, and now at this point, guys, the guy I was with responds, come, ! If you want. I mean, it's kind of cold, but up to you.
That's the worst. Like, that's just say don't come.
I'm like, this motherfucker.
Spring it's here. We're sprung, as T-Pain would say. I hope it's T-Pain who said that. And if you're getting sprung, let me tell you something else you gotta spring, and it's spring clean your bush. What is that, a haiku? Is that a poem?
Veronica, if you want to write me a poem later, you can.
I will. And I'm going to sign at the end, XOXO Manscaped. Because you know what, guys? Today's episode is sponsored by Manscaped, the best in below the waist grooming for men. You can get your man, or you could get yourself, a Lawnmower 4.0, which is a beautiful ball razor, wide array of shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, pretty
lip
much
balm,
everything you need to be looking good, smelling good, and springing into spring. So,
and what's better than spring? Getting laid.
Getting sprung.
Guys, use our discount code ChemicalX at checkout to receive 20% off your first order, and even your second, actually. So 20% off and free shipping for all those bushes we got to shave down there.
Guys, like I always say, spring is the time when weddings come. And that's, we're already like, we're cutting it close.
Did you guys hear that? Weddings come.
Yeah.
Come. Weddings. Suit. Come.
Baby.
Come,
wedding.
suits.
Faster because of come. So guys, you need a perfectly tailored Italian made suit for you, and you're gonna find that on isotti.com, where they
Isotti.com.
Okay, we're here. We're gonna lose our fee. They're gonna go, we don't appreciate the way you made our
They're
brand
like,
look.
Alessia, I really tried ordering a suit. I don't know what happened. I wrote izotti.cum and I can't seem to find it. I really need a suit for my husband and I can't find the site.
But I did like the site that I did find. So guys, if you are looking for a beautiful tailored for you suit and something that's stylish,
then head on to Izotti and use our discount code ChemicalX at checkout to receive 20% off your man's first orgasm and your woman's. At this point, I'm like, wow, everything I did was not crazy. Pack up all my shit. Like, you just, like, even when you answered me an hour and a half later after you're blatantly fully ignoring me, that's what you have to say for yourself. And then I'm like, whatever, I'm on my date. I just read it, ignored it. And like, I guess when he started getting bored at his work event, he's like, hello, like, what's happening? Like, what's going on? Like, where are you? Why aren't you answering my messages? Now at this point, I'm drinking, I'm laughing, I'm getting drunk, I'm making out with this guy. Like, I'm like having the best time. I'm like, wow, there's always a silver fucking lining. And anyway, so it was really tough being on the day with the guy and knowing that like my story just didn't add up. Like, were you working at the model event?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing here this weekend? Like, it just wasn't aligning. And you know me, I'll take my lies to the grave. I was like, legit, like, this is what's going on.
right?
I was like, I can't do this.
Are you guys still talking?
I was that girl with problems.
100%.
And I hate that.
You were the girl with baggage in the restaurant and in the lobby.
Oh yeah. That was really good.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I think we just stopped the podcast after that. Baggage, okay? Baggage. Anyway, guys, I just want to let you know that he went back to the hotel, never answered anything, FaceTimed me 3 million times. What the fuck? You left, your shit's not here. And I fully, completely just ignored him and like never answered. And went on my date. My day was like super nice, drove me to the airport, like baggage. And I got on my plane coming back and like was like in a good mood. I was like, okay, like I had fun tonight. And but don't get me wrong, it still hurts for sure. Like, I think being anyone, when you kind of in a way learn that like somebody is not interested in you and they're kind of being like a bit like shady and just like mean, you know, it's just like it hurts, you know. But yeah, I got over that quickly and
Clearly.
Yeah, I realized I want to date a soccer player. I think that's my thing now.
I mean, I think next time you go on a date with a soccer player, don't tell him that you just left a hotel from another guy.
Absolutely. Totally agree with that. But like, I realized that I played soccer my whole entire life and I never.
Here we go.
I never really wanted to date. I never really wanted to date an athlete. But like, if there were an athlete I would date, it would definitely be like a retired soccer player.
Oh, they have to be retired too. So making no money.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, hopefully that they had a big enough contract that is supporting their new life. Anyway, so I never answered. The guy was freaking out, which I could understand in a way from coming from him. Like, what the fuck? I just totally went MIA. But I think I was trying to prove a point and to give him a taste of his own medicine. And then the next day when I took my flight and everything, the next day he's still like, hello? Like,
well, yeah.
Which makes sense. Like, what happened to you? Did you get kidnapped? Like, and at that point I was like, I think I should send like kind of like a last message.
Right.
So I'm going to read it. I mean, why not? I say everything on this fucking podcast anyways. And I said this. I'm really taking up a lot of this podcast.
I don't even know what time we're on.
He's writing, hello, you left, all this shit. Guys, FaceTimes. At this point, I'm drinking at the bar. We even switched restaurants and my phone is fully there. And I'm so drunk, I don't realize that I'm getting 35 FaceTimes. So he obviously saw. I had no choice but to say that, look, this is exactly what happened. I had no choice. So he's like, did you make it home okay? ? You have me mad worried. So now I'm like, I don't want to be that girl. And I know a lot of you bitches would be like, no, let him wonder. Where am I? Where did she go? Maybe I died. The pity party. But
Maybe
I was like,
I did get kidnapped.
Yeah, the pity party. I was like, you know what? Like, let me just send one last message. Short and sweet.
There was a bit of convincing involved in that decision.
You know what? I actually messaged every single one of my friends. Everybody sent their rough draft. I took all 6. I put one together and then deleted everything and then still wrote what I wanted to write. So, you know what? You ask, but you still do what you want to do. So this is what I wrote. I said, hey, but you know what? He probably didn't want me at that event because he was like, I am like doing my own thing. I'm like flirting or whatever. And anyway, which is fine. You know what? Like you can do what you want, but it's just, it's mean to know that I came. Just let me finish the trip. No,
Yeah.
like leave and never talk to me again.
Right.
Why would you make me feel like shit before leaving?
Right.
Whatever. So I wrote, hey, thanks for having me. Unfortunately, being ignored when I already feel like I'm in your space is not the respect I needed, but happy we finally met. Take care. That's what I wrote. And then he wrote like a whole thing, like totally like disregarding the fact that he completely ignored me and all that stuff. And I was like, I don't even owe you an explanation. And I think my final thoughts on this all is like, no matter what situation you're in, no matter how like literally trust the vibes.
Yeah.
Trust what someone's doing. Their actions mean everything. And also don't ever stay around and even just linger because you feel like you need to, because like you don't.
Right.
You know, and I just feel like I'm so happy with how I went about it and how I just left. And maybe it's immature, but I don't think so. I think if you're going to be someone to like disrespect me, then I don't want to stand around and even like, you know, he's always going to be wondering about the girl who literally just fucking bounced. Like straight up, you know?
Right.
So yeah, that's my story. Veronica, start talking. I'm out of breath and I need water.
So I agree that like, I think it's really important to like know the vibes and like you're saying, it's very like, even if you say how it went, like it's kind of like but like you know the vibes and you know how it felt.
There's a lot of other things, guys. This podcast is an hour. I have to really
but
sum
I'm saying
it up.
like,
guys, I gotta sip.
don't put it on the table. My glass didn't get to go on the table. So yeah, I think like when you just hear like the story without like being there, it's very easy to be like, okay, you know, like I do think your methods were aggressive. They were aggressive.
Were corrupted when I decided I felt like I needed to go on a date,
right,
in order to like feel better about myself.
Because now
I know
he
that
would look,
I completely know that.
No, I'm not. I'm saying in that point, like now, if he would look at the situation, you become the bad guy because he goes, "What the fuck you let?" You know what I mean? Like there's more juice on you in this sense,
right?
But I do get what you mean. Like sometimes you just know, like you whether somebody's saying something or not, their energy speaks louder.
Yeah,
and whether it's like, yeah, okay, well, he did only not answer you for like an hour and a half. You know what I mean? Like there's always that excuse, but it's just, you know, when somebody's doing something.
You also know. And then it's like, if I wanted to just leave it at he didn't answer for an hour and a half, if you really think about that, I'm on this trip like for you, to meet you. So like, give me that respect. And also, you could have easily said like, I'm so sorry, like I'm really busy right now. There's just like, when you care for someone or when you respect them, those little actions that we sometimes just like surpass are not reasons to. And I know that in my next relationship, that is not things I'm willing to settle on. So why even hold on for a second longer? Why even like be a part of this? I don't want to be a part of this stupidity. So I just like left.
And went on another date.
Which that I understand. Like it's like a bit like shady, but also I'm in Miami.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm Miami.
naked in Miami.
I'm naked in Miami. What the fuck? You think I'm gonna waste this makeup I did, even though it was shit?
No lashes.
I remember texting my friend and being like, oh my God, like he's the hottest thing I've ever seen. Like I'm freaking out. And I just want to give one more fucking shout out to you Chemical X listeners. We were being stared at a lot when we were like together. And I don't think it was because of me. I'm going to be real. I don't think it was because of me, although I would really wish it was. And I was fucking manifesting. When we moved restaurant and we were just like chatting and getting to know each other, we were already like making out at this point, like super close. Okay. Sure. We were making out at this point. Two girls walked by and I was like super drunk and like eating pizza and the girl passes by and she's like, oh my God, that's the girl from the Chemical X podcast. Guys, I fucking love you guys because you cannot make this shit up. I didn't hear it. You know who heard it? The soccer player I was with. So like, in case he was wondering if I was a nobody, you guys just confirmed I'm a somebody.
Now it's like, okay, how much did you pay those girls to say that?
I actually
Babe, here's a 50. Walk by and ask if I'm from
He's
the
like,
Chemical
did you
X
just
podcast.
hear what those girls said? I'm like, no. And I hear everything. I was like, oh my God, no way. Like, you can't make this shit up.
That's just great timing.
That's just like,
you play for what team
God,
again?
God was like, you know what? You've been through a lot. You've been through a lot of packing in your life.
I was just it was really hard for you to pack up all your stuff
for 2 days.
It's really rough.
Well,
for
this
you.
is me saying thank you so much. I love you guys. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, yeah, that's really my story. So you know how I always say if you're going and see somebody that you're talking to long distance, then you need to FaceTime them. But you know what? Maybe FaceTime's not even the fucking answer. I don't know what to tell you guys anymore. Some hit, some don't.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy how you can really, that's the thing with social media and like online and all that stuff, is it's so easy to have like a perception of who somebody is. Like the perfect example is that you had this like amazing view on this first guy.
Yeah.
You FaceTime him, everything, you thought he was like your perfect guy. And then this other person who you had zero interest in, didn't even think he was hot. You met him and you're like, wait. You know what I mean? Like,
Isn't
I
it
think
crazy the way things work?
I just think people rely so much on getting to know somebody through social media. And that's why I like meeting people. And that's why I've always said I like meeting people in real life. I was never a dating apps girl because it's very easy to make your judgment based off of who somebody is online and how somebody talks and how somebody texts and all those things. And I feel like at the end of the day, you know, somebody could be a great person and they could use the fucking wrong emojis and that's gonna turn me off. It's gonna give me the ick. But like, you know, so I think a lot of times we're really too quick to jump and be like, I don't like this guy because of that. I don't like this guy because of this. I don't like this.
I didn't want to go on a date with the soccer player because I didn't like his Insta.
But that's what I'm saying.
Imagine that. Like, how shady and shitty is that for me to say?
But that's what
Even though you agreed with me.
100%. But it's
That's
just,
what I wasn't expecting, but like,
but that's what I'm saying. And that's why it frustrates me so much, like social media, because you really don't know
yeah,
who people are. And
don't.
It's so hard. And especially dating profiles, like people, I always see people like working to make their best dating profile. And it's like, at the end of the day,
look, you need to work on it in order to get that first date.
Right.
But like, once you're on the first date, you're either locked in if somebody's interested
but
or
it's
not.
just so hard that everybody bases their like relationship vibes off of like your pictures, what you could say, how clever you are in your bio, when sometimes like
The person with the most clever caption can't even hold a conversation.
like if my boyfriend was on Tinder, I would fucking swipe whatever's ex, because he would probably put no bio. He would put a picture of him in black and white from far. Like I would be like, who is
That
this
is
guy?
so accurate.
You know what I mean? And like his bio would be like the next Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Sit the fuck down, sir.
Yeah, sit down. I would be like, what is swipe left? Swipe
Yeah.
left. Swipe left. But you know what I mean? But it's like actually we're an amazing match. So that's what frustrates me so much.
I think what Veronica's saying is let's delete all our Rayas, all our Tinders, all our Instagrams. Let's just
I'm not
meet in
saying that.
person.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying obviously you have to like, you know, you have to narrow it down to
Yeah.
who you like, but just like have an open mind and don't be so. But it's so hard.
Yeah,
It's like if
I
you go on a
know.
date with every guy you message, you know, fuck, you're gonna be eating well. You're gonna be eating fucking well, baby. But I
Yeah.
would just keep an open mind, because a lot of people that I've had judgments about, because it's, you know, it's automatic, you base a judgment on somebody. Even like girls, you know, like people will tell me like, oh my God, like actually I get this rarely, but sometimes I do. People will be like, oh, I actually thought you were like kind of bitchy. And like somebody told me recently, I thought you were bitchy and you were a party animal. I was like, well,
Well, the party animal, yes.
maybe. I was like, but actually, like, I'm not. I just work in clubs, so that's why you think I'm a party animal. And I was like, you think I'm a bitch? Like, wait, you thought what post made you think I was bitchy?
Yeah.
But it's just sometimes we have these automatic judgments on somebody, and then we automatically don't like them for no reason.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think another thing was like I really liked the full idea of him. Like the storyboard was just there.
Sounding toxic.
No, like I just mean like, you know, whenever.
Try to make it sound not toxic. Go.
No, but I'm saying whenever you start speaking to someone, it's like, yeah, you stalk their Instagram. You're like, okay, like I could see this working. You almost create a mood board. Like
wait, you're talking about the first guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the second guy.
Oh no.
First guy.
God, Veronica, always putting me on my place and reminding me of who I am. I thought you were talking about the third guy. No, actually, I thought you were talking about the fourth guy. Like, fuck, Veronica.
Well, it's not me. It's you.
Like
Don't come to me. I'm just trying to keep up.
You're just trying to be like, Alessia, did you make your flight? Like, what's happening? Where are you?
No. Me, it's when my friends are telling me stories, like, and it's like, first of all, it's hard to keep up. And then when I'm going,
you know what? When you're single, honestly, it's hard to keep up.
No, but I'm going, wait, is that the guy from? And then they're annoyed. I'm going, next time, make me a fucking Excel sheet if you want to talk to 10 guys a week. Like, it's not my fault that I don't remember.
You gotta keep your options open.
And I told Alessia, I keep getting like, what should I write? Like, can you help me write this text? Like, and I told her, I sat her down, I told her straight up, Ale, I'm in a relationship
for a reason.
I don't need to deal with the pressure, with the cleverness, with the witty. Like, I left.
I did it. I'm good.
I did it. I'm good. You could.
But you know what? It should
sometime.
Be exciting for you too. You're like,
it's exciting, but then when I'm dating the guy, because it's only me writing, what's gonna happen when you show up and you're going? I'm like that girl we had on the podcast. She writes all the messages for them. I'm just gonna screenshot and send you what we spoke about. I'll let your favorite ice cream's chocolate fudge. Go.
What do you mean? I'm gonna have the earpiece. Not even through text. Just straight up. Tell me what's up. Oh my God. Anyway, yeah, I guess my whole message with all this is like, don't stay for something you know is just not it. Like, and you know, maybe my way of doing it is super toxic.
I mean, it would have been easier if you guys were both in Montreal and you could just pack up and go home. But
well, I've done that all the time with my exes. I've done that already. We need to switch it up.
Switch it up. I'm not good at doing that. I'm like, I'm more of the chaser than the runner. And like, I'm the type of person where I always feel like no one's going to chase me if I run away. So I just don't. I just don't give them the option to not chase me. I'm like, I would go, but like, just in case I'll stay. But just know that I would go.
I am the runner. Me and your boyfriend are the runners.
100%. Well, you guys both played soccer, no? That kills me when people say, I used to be the what's it called?
Midfield?
The captain. I used to be the captain of the team. Oh, yeah. When? Grade 6. For a solid 2 years. I played double B. Sure.
I played soccer for a long time in my life. And I think now what I need is I want to date.
When's the last time you played soccer, La? When's the last time you kicked the ball? And I'm not talking about balls. You're like, that's recent. You're like, didn't you listen to my story? Kick them back to Miami.
Hopefully anybody resonates with me or everyone thinks I'm fucking fucked up.
Let us know, guys, in the comments.
I think I know where I'm self-aware and I know where my issue is like I don't take rejection well. Okay? We all know that. Queen. We all listen to the same episode, guys. I don't take rejection well. And I always feel like I have to up one if somebody fucks me over.
Right.
To fix my own ego. And like I shouldn't even have to prove to myself that I'm worthy. Like I should just know. But I think it's just a confidence booster when it's like, and then I get on the date and he's like, what's your type? I'm just like still in shock because I'm like, wait, a fucking guy FaceTiming 3 million times, but like, I can't believe I was shedding a tear. And like, where are my eyelashes? Where the fuck are my eyelashes? Right before the 2 girls came to say like, oh my God, that's the girl from Chemical X. Somebody was like trying to take a picture of him. And I was like, listen, I'm ready.
You're like I said, I need to boost my ego.
2 reasons. TMZ, get that picture because I want that other guy to know. And also, you know,
what's the caption gonna be?
Grow.
What's the caption gonna be? Soccer star seen with random girl at Soho House. Seems to have no eyelashes.
Is she prettier or uglier?
Fan posing with soccer star.
We're literally locking lips. Fan posing with
100%. It always kills me. Like, do you ever see the headlines where they say shit like, you know, like Kim Kardashian's cousin, like just won, and it's like, bro, just say her name. Like the poor girl, she's already Kim Kardashian's cousin. You can't let her live like her own truth, like. Or they'll say like Kim Kardashian's boyfriend just did this. His name's Pete Davidson. Just say the guy's name. Like, I know you got to pick the more famous one for the headline, but imagine if I start being David Gallo's girlfriend and my name's not on that headline. Oh, let me tell you how fast that fucking article is getting taken down. Excuse me? Veronica Rossi's boyfriend. Thank you.
Oh.
I better have the David Gallo's girlfriend apostrophe Veronica Rossi seen at Soho House.
I
locking
think
lips.
that's like both like our goals in life is to never be like known as somebody's, but to be known for something.
right.
So like that's what I'm striving for. And I think that's where I was so happy when the girls walked by and were like, that's the girl from the podcast. Cause it's like, I swear I have something going on for myself and I'm not just here as a fan. We're not just locking lips as fans.
Babe, we're both famous. Babe, we're on the same level, me and you. Who's your manager?
But even as a joke at the beginning when we got there, I'm like, oh my God, like why is everyone staring at us? Are they staring at me or him? He's like, I'm gonna be honest, I think it's you. Like, what the fuck?
He was being nice.
He was
What a
totally
gentleman.
He was totally being
I think
nice.
it's you, babe. But you're wearing eyelashes.
Yeah, like shut the fuck up. You're not even looking the best you can look of your 8 on 10.
You came in, but I mean, it worked out. Now he's gonna be more impressed the second time he sees you. Oh, well, we're not speaking.
You didn't ask if we're still speaking.
See, that's the thing. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be as honest as I could be with you.
Let's go.
He could have been the nicest, loved you the best, had the sickest date,
He's 6'4" and he's a soccer player.
and you showed up and said, "I just left a guy's hotel room."
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like
No,
that
no,
adds
I'm
some
not gonna lie.
spice.
It doesn't add spice.
Really?
It had spice for the night.
I was saying the whole time, I'm like, I am so sorry. Like, I promise you, like, this is not who I am. Then I get back one and he checks on my podcast.
Liar. First of all,
It's not
anybody
who you are,
who
but
says,
who were you in the summer when you were in Greece? Who were you?
It's
And he was
just-
even like, are you going to speak about this on the podcast? I'm like, why are you going to listen? Here we go.
his manager will send it to him.
I gave it time to simmer. I feel like now I'm at a stage where it's like probably both of them are not are watching. So guys, we're good. Can we keep a good secret?
Well, you told him you thought he was ugly, so stop listening.
Everyone
after that.
now is gonna go through my Instagram and be like, who is it? Thankfully, there's more than one soccer player.
Bling.
Thank God there's more than one soccer player fucking following me, or else
Is that because you used to play with them when you used to play soccer? You guys are teammates.
I just wouldn't want there to just be one, so that they're like, we know who it is.
Right.
Like, bitch, guess. Anyway, just
Bitch,
letting you know
choose.
they are both single and ready to mingle.
Well, at least this guy showed up and he was.
I
the
mean,
hype.
it just fades because, like, you live in Miami, I live here, but who knows? Because you're manifesting Miami for me. So, guys, that story is not a closed book just yet.
Well, as I was changing the things, I was putting yours Miami just because I felt like it fits your stories and your vibes. And I had another one that I've been saving in the bank, and it was a New York one. And my whole life, I always wanted to move to New York. And then I was like, do I want to be manifesting New York? No. So I was like, I'm gonna not put anything because I've had a lot of LA ones, so I want to switch it up. So apparently, I'm Montreal. Happy? No. Wait, hold on. I chose Montreal over New York.
I don't know what you did.
Pass me the printer.
Anyway, on a brighter note, do you have any crazy stories? Any police officer stories?
So I'm honestly, I do. My life has become hectic again because now I'm working in the club.
It was never
again.
not hectic, your life.
It was for a while not hectic, but now I'm working the club again, and it's like every week I have like something new that's happening to me.
Right.
And I'm like sleep deprived, and it's just like, you know, all the good stuff all together. And as you can see, some disease in me I have right now. So you know, I'm working hard. But the other day I went to a bachelor party. Well, it wasn't a bachelor party. It was a bridal shower. And it's a very traditional thing to do, to have a bridal shower. It's like kind of, if you don't know what a bridal shower is, it's like a party.
It's just another way for them
It's
to
another
get money.
wedding. Essentially, it's like you bring gifts for the new house that the new couple is going to move into, and it's for like the girl. So it's like a big bachelorette party, if that makes sense, with like more people. And you bring a bunch of gifts.
But you still do a bachelorette.
Yeah, you still do a bachelorette, but it's more like a big.
It's crazy,
It's a
man.
lot of parties.
There's a lot of
There's
things
a
added
lot
on.
of parties.
I remember there being like a bridal shower and a bachelorette.
Well, I remember there was a wedding. That was it. I didn't know there was extras.
yeah,
I'm not
there's
gonna lie.
extras.
I didn't know there was extras.
Especially when you're cousins with the person
Well,
getting
especially
married.
when you're Italian, they're going, okay, what else can we throw in here?
Yeah.
What about a birthday? What about bridal shower? What about bridal bath? What about that? Let's try that new. They could bring gifts, you know, for the rest of the family. Okay, why am I becoming a nun as I'm speaking? I don't know. So I'm not gonna lie.
You have COVID.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm losing my voice. Can't lie. Can't lie if you can't speak. So going into it, I was like, bridal shower. Like, what even is that? What do you wear? Like, what am I Like, I don't know what I'm walking into. Right. I'm walking into a hall. Don't know what's gonna happen after that. And then I see you have to bring a gift, and me, like, I'm a last minute type of girl. You know what I mean? So the gift registry, didn't know there was a gift registry for bridal showers, by the way. Also learned that. Maxed out. Everybody bought the gift. So now I have to off-road. Now I have to start doing
you've
shit.
always been an off-road girl. So
I've always been
nobody's mad that it happened to you because
I'm actually the only person you want to off-road the list. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And I'm asking my aunt, like, what's on the list? She's like, like toasters, like shit like that. I'm like, Jesus, we don't have to go to Home Sense now. Don't get me wrong, love Home Sense. So I was like, that may be different. What did I do? I bought an art piece. Anyway,
that's
showed up
cute.
to the I was like, open mic, like we're opening pots and pans.
Yeah,
and
nobody
utensils.
Nobody gives up.
Yeah, I was like, open that gift over there.
Yeah,
he'll be happy. It was the only gift she was happy.
But that's
about.
smart because that's still for a home,
right?
That's
and
so
then
nice.
Another thing was like, my aunt's like, usually you give for the home or lingerie.
Wait,
She's like, yeah, Nana bought her lingerie. Nana bought her lingerie?
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was like,
Anyway, any lingerie my grandmother's fucking buying me, I promise you I'm not wearing. It's looking like a diaper. No, this is not what men like these days. They like G-strings.
It's, like the sleeping pants with the bonnet. Nana, thank you so much. Moral of the story is, I show up to this bridal party not knowing what to expect and going into it thinking, I don't want to have a bridal shower. Fuck this.
Mm-hmm.
Started opening the gifts and I was like, I'm not going to lie. Like, why didn't I have a bridal shower when I moved out? You know how much money I could have saved?
Holy.
They were buying like garbage cans, any like full furnished house in that party. I was like, you know what? I see the point.
Yes.
You know what? You sold me. You sold me on this because I'm ready for my fucking bridal shower. I'm not canceling out of any celebration.
I agree.
Bring a gift, bring the money to every single one. And we're writing it in the book. So show up and I just thought it was like a party, And then all of a sudden there's like a buzz. And we start playing games. And I'm like, okay, I could fuck with this. You know what I mean? Like I'm a game. Like I'll participate.
Mm-hmm.
Like you throw me into a game, I'll participate. I want to win, but like I'm a good sport, And then all of a sudden it's like, who has lipstick in their bag? Who has a condom? And I'm like, look, guys, like my nonna is here. My aunt and uncle, like I already have a podcast, but like, come on. Like I'm not going to start whipping on my vibrator,
My Balessa vibrator.
Fuck. And then close my eyes, open them. 2 seconds later, there's nunnas walking around with dildos. I'm like, you know what? I lived a lot of my life, and this is something I would have been okay not seeing.
And in this whole situation, are the like lights dimmed?
The lights are on.
Okay.
We are in midday. I'm hungover from the day
Like the
before at
lights
club.
like right now.
The lights buzzing.
Okay.
You could hear the
There's
LEDs.
a buzz
You could hear like
in the city.
So guys, so already I'm like, where am I? I'm hungover. What's happening?
Do nunnas
I didn't
even
know
know
I was
what?
waking.
Do nunnas even know what dildos are?
They knew. They had a grip on that thing. They
Okay.
knew what it was.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm uncomfortable. I'm a party animal, but I'm uncomfortable here. Like, Nana, I get it. Sit down. Sit in your seat. Okay. Lift up the seat. Play the game.
Can I just add in? I don't think there's ever a time where like you're watching Family Feud and a sex question comes on and you're watching with your family. I don't think there's ever a time you don't want to do this
100%
with your parents.
And I'm sitting beside my stepmom. So now it's like, who has Viagra in their purse? I'm going.
You're looking around.
Yeah. What are you going to say about my dad? Better put that blue pill back in your purse. So anyway, so shit's getting weird. I'm like, I don't know where I am. I thought this was just something you bring forks to, but I guess not. All of a sudden, there's like a buzz. They're putting like a chair in the middle of the dance floor. I'm like, okay. Like, I can
And the
fuck with
lights
it.
beaming bright.
The lights still on. Okay. Still middle of the day. I'm like, guys, I can't even, like, I need to set the tone. I didn't know what I was walking into. Okay. 60, like, just people, traditional Italians. Like,
oh my gosh.
like the MC is talking half Italian, half English. You know what I mean? Like, it was that type of vibe. Like,
Oh yeah, the nunnos.
Nano.
The nunnas are holding dildos. I hope.
Fuck. So
the nanas need to know what to do too. You know what? They know what to do. They brought the whole family here.
So guys, if it doesn't get more traditional, lo and behold, the doors open and there's a cop. And let me tell you, not the ones that
Stop the party.
it wasn't for a heart attack from Nana, okay? It was soon to be, actually, because my Nana was there watching that cop take off his clothes, okay? So we should have called the real cops after too. Take him away. My poor grandmother.
Please set the stage here.
So guys, the cop walks in. I'm like, here we go. Like, I'm the hype woman, but do I have to hype up this stripper for the rest of my family? Like, there's just so much awkwardness in the room. It's
one thing when you do it at a bachelorette.
Yeah, when you're in the privacy of your own 10
there with
friends.
your friends. You're so fucking comfortable. You're like, fucking bring 6 strippers.
Guys, 6, like, I was the youngest. No, there was kids there, but whatever. Even worse, there's kids there. Even worse, there was kids there. They kicked the kids out of the room.
Okay.
But they all came to me after, show me a video. I was like, absolutely, I will. You think I'm on your side, baby. I'm traumatized like you. Let's go. I'm that bitch. Like, I'm totally the worst.
Like, I had to watch it. You're going to watch it too.
Oh, you're not, your mom doesn't want? Come here, babe. Full screen, full blast. Let's go. I'm the corrupter. So she's on the chair, my cousin. She does not want to be doing this. And I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't want to be in those shoes either. I was like, you know what? Good luck. But at that point, like, there's only, like, you just have to go along with it. Yeah. Because he's handcuffing her. No, like.
Okay, wait. Set the scene though. He walks in. With
so first of all, guys, the funniest thing. The stripper walks in and, you know, we're all in a circle. My cousin's on the chair. And he walks in with, like, a speaker, but like the construction ones, like, you know, the ones you see on a construction site, like it has like the otter box on it.
Both our dads are in construction. I absolutely know, and it makes it even that much worse that I have to imagine that.
It's like the otter box speaker, and he sets it down. But at first, I don't understand what it is because the DJ is playing the music, right? I don't think the DJ and the stripper, they called each other. Like, I don't think there was choreography. Zero choreography going on. So he puts down his bazooka speaker. And my cousins are like, I don't want to be doing this. And guys, so the first like scene, like the DJ's playing the music. We're all like there waiting. We're all cringing.
Just staring.
I'm drinking bleach. Like, I'm talking to the waiter, like, bring me the fastest glass of bleach you could fucking bring right now. Put it in my veins. I don't want to be seeing this. And then he starts and he takes off his bat. And we're all there. Oh my God. And my cousin's there, and I kid you not, somebody could not have their legs tighter closed together.
Yeah. Like, she's like, fuck everyone for making this happen.
Like, do your little dance and get me out of here.
Yeah.
Like, but it's like, you're handcuffed. My nana's, my mom's.
You know what it is, though? Do you blame her for, I think he tried to be like sexual, but if she doesn't give the reaction, he's gotta figure out another way.
If I was this guy, I would quit my job the next day. So he starts going with the bat, and he starts like trying to spread her legs. How is the music
though with the MC?
It was the DJ right now. So right now it's the DJ.
Oh, okay.
So he's like trying to be sexy to, like, I don't know, fucking whatever song, LMFAO by Shots by LMFAO. And he's putting the bat between her legs, and she's like so stiff, you know, that he's trying to spread her legs with the bat, but it's not slipping through. Like, so I think at that point he's like, okay, let me move on to a different tool on my toolbox. So he pulls out the cuffs and he starts handcuffing her arms behind her back, and I'm like, I feel for you, baby. Like, but you know what? I'm just gonna cheer. I'm just gonna make this more bearable.
Yeah.
And then, like,
wait, how were you cheering? How did it go? If you were the only one, were you cheering and running around? Woo!
Well, everybody, woo! Including the elderly, are just all around her right now. My grandmother is like, what am I seeing right now?
I think everyone's just awkward.
I think my grandmother purposely took off her glasses, so she was like, I'm gonna stand and support, but I won't see, you know. So he puts the cuffs, like he's getting ready to go into scene 2. He starts unbuttoning his top, and then he turns around, and I'm hearing something in the background. Like, there's 2 musics battling each other. I'm like, is he? At this point, I didn't know it was a speaker. Then I'm like, no, did this guy bring his own speaker? Okay. So he goes to the DJ. Oh, turn it down. I'm like
a real cop would. Stop
Magic
the party.
Mike is in the room.
We're having too much fun.
Guys, and there's a very big difference from 3 subwoofers in a hall to one little pew OtterBox speaker, okay? So like immediately after the DJ turns on the music, we're all like, what? Like what's he playing? Like what is this, Avril Lavigne? And then you start hearing jump on it, let's do it. I go, okay.
No.
Where'd you get this guy? That's his only song. He probably has that song on repeat on his little OtterBox.
Oh.
He probably bought that speaker and said, how do you just plug one song in? And it's Pony by Genuine.
No.
I was just like, come on. Starts taking off his top. And I'm just like, bro. And it's like, I want to tell him, like, I'm feeling for you. I'm feeling for my cousin. I'm feeling for everyone in this situation because no one's having fun.
When I was in London and I went to a Magic Mike show, they were very Magic Mike, like hot. Like, what was the vibes? Like, explain him.
Just like,
can we pop a video up?
I don't think we're allowed.
Okay.
But one of the things that was like bothering me is that like he had like a family and faith tattoo.
No.
A portrait of his daughter on his back. And I was like, you know what? Maybe if your job is taking off your clothes, don't put your child. Don't put a portrait of your child.
If you're going to be a stripper.
Don't put a portrait of your child on your back.
Yeah.
Just don't. Why am I staring into the eyes of your daughter while I'm seeing your ass crack? Those two things shouldn't be happening at the same time.
They should not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And the music too shouldn't be happening at the same time.
So he starts like undressing, and I clocked out of my life, guys, after that. I mean, you're seeing a ghost right now. Let's just dress for the funeral for that reason, because I was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. And he didn't like, I'm not going to lie, it was a subpar performance, but he wasn't working with much. You know, he was working with a not enthusiastic
I think when
crowd.
somebody is not like, when somebody is giving you the vibes of like, I'm ready to be like the bachelorette,
Woo!
like open up, baby, this is my last
She
night. She was closed. So he said, what can I do? And the last thing is handcuff. The last thing is handcuff.
There was just so many awkward things. And I was like, you know what? Like, controversial, but I don't want, like, I'm never the person, and I'm the most like hyped person for anything, and I'll hype you up. You get a stripper, I'll hype you up. But like, I don't find it fun. Like, there's no hype for me in getting a stripper. Like, I can't imagine myself having a bachelorette party and being like, the stripper is here. Like, for fun, for tackiness, maybe, but I can't.
Okay. I'm different. I would want, for sure.
I'm different. I'm a different girl. I'm different, more different than everyone else.
You're a not party animal, apparently.
I just like, there's so many.
I know what you mean by it's so cliche and so tacky and so typical. It's not even about the
clichéness. It's just so, it's like, I hate when things are like,
Can I also clarify something? You're in a hall. The lights are fucking beaming bright. The guy has a portrait of his family on him. And I don't think he was the hottest stripper, okay? Yeah, me too. I don't want a stripper if that's the case.
No, okay,
but
I've seen my fair share of strippers.
If Channing fucking Tatum wants to give me a strip tease on my fucking bachelorette, I'm very down for it.
100%. Channing Tates, hit me up. But like, for me, I'm just like, that's not right. I'm not the type of person, and I think it's because I'm so like neutral when it comes to like naked. I swear, I think it's just like the nakedness and all that type of stuff. I'm so like neutral towards it that I don't have that like.
That's fair, yeah.
Like, you know, like it's always fun. Like, you get the conservative friend, the stripper. Like, I feel like, yeah, it's fun. But for me, I'm just like, ooh. Like, I just don't find it's my vibe.
Fucking party pooper. 100%. What the fuck? I just don't think it aligns with who I am. And
I just don't think it aligns with my values.
And
but
it's just not my vibe. Like, I edit porn every single day. Do you think I give a shit about seeing a guy in his abs? Like, I watch dicks all day. I get what you're saying.
You order me a stripper, I'm going along with it.
But you're going along with it.
I'm doing a handstand on his head. Like, I'll do what I need to do. You know what I mean? But is
what
it
makes
what I
the
want?
Audience awkward is when you don't go along and you're awkward. Everybody else is having secondhand embarrassment.
100%. But I just like.
But having your hands behind, that's one thing. That's one thing. Like,
uncuff me.
You're taking away like.
But it's also like, what if, like, do you know
Veronica,
what I mean?
I'm not dancing anymore.
Like, babe,
I don't want to fall on my head. I'm worried. I don't want to die. I want to get to my wedding day.
Also, can I say an unpopular opinion?
Sure.
If you're a guy and you go to the strip club on your bachelorette, on your bachelor party, like,
that's everybody. So you're actually offending everybody.
100%. I'll offend everybody in the city. It's just, if you have the mindset.
Is that what you're saying? You didn't
I said
finish.
you're a loser.
Okay.
Okay. Well, hear me out. If you have the mindset of like, last night of freedom, about to go to the strip club and see some tits. Don't fucking marry me ever. Okay? Dude, if you have to, yo, Rager, let's get some fucking dances because it's your last night before marriage. Don't show up to the wedding. Don't fucking show up to the wedding. I don't want to date somebody with that energy. With that, like,
I get that.
I want somebody who's looking at this relationship like, yo, I'm dating the fucking hottest girl. I'm so excited. We're going to get married. And like, I don't, like, I went to the strip club. Like, what do I have to, like, I find it so tacky when people go to the strip club to live out this like one night of freedom that, bitch, you should have lived out. What the hell? If you wanted to, what? And then it always makes this awkward tension of like, did you go to the strip club? And like, now you have like weird thoughts on your wedding. Like, it's just like, come on. I have no problem with people going to the strip club. And like, if my boyfriend would go, like, I set my boundaries with him. Like, you could go to the strip club, but like, these are my boundaries if you're there. I just find like to go on a bachelor party and to have all the boys be like, yo, just let her put her nipple in your mouth, dude. Like, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I just personally, I don't want to marry a guy that's like that. My boyfriend's like, okay, so no nipple in mouth.
Yeah.
No strip
So
club
I guess she never added that boundary, but I guess that one's just added to the list.
I guess we'll just go. It goes without saying, no nipple in the mouth.
Yeah.
I feel like it speaks a lot about somebody.
So your vibe, but I'm also like, if you are putting a nipple in your mouth, I don't want to know about it because ignorance is beautiful and it's bliss, and I just don't want to know about it.
No, I totally agree with that, and I've said that in the past.
Yeah.
Like, there's just some things I don't want to know. But it's not even a jealousy thing for me. It just speaks on your character of a person you are. If you view this marriage and like your bachelor as this thing, like, bro, you're free. Even when we're married, you're free. Do what you want. Like, just be respectful. You know what? And that's how I view it. So if you see your bachelor party like that, then I know how you view our marriage. And I don't want to be with somebody who has to do those things.
Yeah.
Like, when I look at a marriage, like, I want to get married to you because we align so well in life and we're excited to be married. Like, I don't need to be married. I really don't. You know what I mean? So that's where I find I see people doing this whole like.
But then it's also hard because it's like, what if your guy is not that type of guy, but then the friends are such hype men where they're like, this is going to be the sickest night of your life.
I mean, like,
when you're going to be that girlfriend, the party pooper. You're not allowed this. You're not allowed that. I'm just hoping I'm so fucking wasted on my bachelorette that I don't even give a fuck what's going on the other end, which is so bad to think. That's actually very toxic.
No, I mean, it's how
I just hope that I am the one like with the strippers and having fun. I'm not like hooking up, but I'm just like, I don't want to know. Just do what you want. I don't want to know.
I just,
but like, don't cheat on me.
100%. Like, honestly, if you have friends that are like, because I know a lot of people do bachelor parties and like will legit buy like, you know, escorts for like the groom and stuff like that. And I'm just like, you're a fucking loser. Go like, strip club is one thing, but like actually getting somebody to cheat on their wife or whatever, it goes vice versa, you're actually a fucking loser.
Yeah.
So, but also I would never let my boyfriend be the lame ass boyfriend of the. I would never let my boyfriend be the like, my girlfriend said that I can't have it. That like, oh my God, I would never do that. Like, babe, do what you want, but just like use your own fucking brain. Like, and don't blame it on me, okay? Like, babe, you're not allowed, but don't ever say that it's because of me. Call me toxic, but I'm not gonna be the, bitch ass girlfriend.
You're trying to act like this perfect person. I think at the end we're just as toxic. We're just different. Babe, whatever you do, don't make me look fucking bad in front of your friends. Meanwhile, I'm the cool girlfriend who's gonna have a chat with him later.
There's always two sides to the story.
I don't think we're as different as you think.
But
I don't want to hear anything, but when I get back, how was it?
100%. But I think, and I've said this before, it comes a lot from me working a lot of bachelor parties and like seeing bachelor parties at the club and just the way people
Which is another thing I'm going to say. If you're doing a bachelor in New York, in Montreal, I just don't get it. A lot of people, like even from New York, they're like, well, I've come to Montreal so many times for a bachelor.
You don't get it? I'll tell you why.
I get it.
Good.
I just got it.
It just came in on the earphones.
Well, then I don't want to be a part of Montreal if that's how we're being seen. No, I'm leaving.
But I just
Miami's my new destination where you're literally naked in the middle of a magazine.
Nobody wants you there, babe.
Honestly, nobody wants me there. Guess who's going to show up? I'm here.
Hey guys, it's me again.
Hey, it's me, Mario.
Anyway, though, I do have strong opinions on I've always had that.
Fuck.
But I always said for my
I have such
bachelorette.
strong opinions, but guys, babe, enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself.
Don't get this, don't get that, don't do that, don't breathe, don't talk, don't get a lap dance, don't watch your friends get a lap dance. But you know what, babe? It's your bachelorette. Have the time of your life. Do what you want. I trust you.
So
That's the best.
100%. Babe, I trust you.
I trust you.
Just close your eyes the whole
Or
time.
when girls say, I trust you, I just don't trust your friends.
Yeah.
That's like saying you don't trust someone, by the way.
I mean, yeah, no, agree. But I will say, I always envision having like a super fun bachelor and bachelorette.
Well,
bash.
I'm not excited for yours. I'm gonna be real.
Don't.
You fucking took 35 things out of the list.
I always wanted to have a combined bachelor and bachelorette and like rent a mansion and like throw a sick house party or like actually do something that's like fun. He's agreeing with me because I feel like the whole thing about bachelorette is like you're forced to do things that you're doing it almost to please everyone else, like to be like, okay, you get what I'm saying? Like a lot of guys, a lot of girls will like do it to please their friends. And I just feel like you're not actually having your most fun. And I just feel like if you take away that like pressure of having to do the classic bachelor and bachelorette and don't be such a tight ass and don't be this, I just want to have a good time with all my friends, which I know chances are the wedding doesn't really be because there's so much happening. So I always imagine like having a sick rager house party that would really be the celebration.
Okay.
And there would be strippers involved. Strippers for everyone. I'm down. You're like, I take back my invite.
You know what? I think I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
You still have an invite?
Do you still have room for a booth for two? Not the soccer player or the first guy. We don't know who the plus one is yet.
There's gonna be no plus one. Wow, is that where my life's going? No.
Well,
but all this to say, I'm actually very happy to be single. It's nice. It's nice.
That's like me saying.
Yeah, after like so many things go wrong, I'm like, you know what, guys? Being single, it ain't that bad. But before we end this podcast, I do want to say, being single is not that bad. Like, trust. Yes, there's good and bad. Like, it really. Anyway, I know we've spoken about this a million times. There's good and there's bad. So
that was a profound quote.
Well, there is.
We should put on a shirt. There's good and there's also bad.
There's good and there's bad.
There's good, there's bad, and there's Miami.
And there's Miami. And there's naked in Miami. Oh my gosh.
Anyways, guys, I think that settles, the trajectory of where we're going in season 4. It's a rocky road.
Rocky.
Clothes might come off, but wait, hold on. Clothes might come off.
Clothes might come off. I might move to Miami.
Weird.
You're like, weird. We just paid for this whole setup. We just changed everything. Where do you think you're going?
Send me your half and we're good. Go where you want.
It's fine. Hopefully at that point on.
Excuse me.
Hopefully by that point on, I'll be able to just come back to film the podcast.
Oh yeah, you're ready to leave. You could pack quickly.
I am so ready to leave. You want to know why? Because I'm also jobless. So nothing's holding you back like being jobless.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Well, guys, thank you so much for listening to our first episode of season 4. And don't forget to support us. It means so much to us when you subscribe, when you comment, when you like.
When you fucking walk by me and give me the best compliment ever at the perfect time. Doesn't go unnoticed.
Actually, I have one last thing to say just on the notice of that.
Yes.
A lot of times at the club, people will stop me and be like, hey, I know you from TikTok, from Chemical X, whatever. And every time somebody stops me, I just assume that that's what they're going to say. So somebody stopped me in the bathroom and this girl's like, oh my God, I know you. And I play the whole like, wait, stop.
From the podcast?
So from where? And she's like, yeah, I remember you. And I'm thank God I hold my breath. I was about to say the podcast. She goes, the twerk competition, Tory Lanez. I was like, yeah, that's me. I also have a podcast.
You should like and subscribe. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm your girl, Alessia.
I'm Veronica. And
we'll see you maybe next week.